finally got around to cleaning out the garage. Let me tell you something, that is not a job I look forward to doing at all. I guess I'm more used to messing it up. Yep, I can definitely admit to doing that. Let's discuss.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 725. To ing. About the phrases I used at the beginning of this lesson. I got around to cleaning out the garage. I look forward to doing it. I'm used to messing it up, and I can admit to doing that. You'll notice in all four cases, there's a verb followed by to, followed by a gerund. You know, the ing. Oh, but wait, Michael, to should be followed by a base verb. Yes, that's true. But there are cases where to is followed by a gerund, and that's what we're going to look at today. In fact, there are 6 verb phrases with to followed by a gerund. These are get around to, look forward to, admit to, confess to, object to, and be used to. Let's dive in. First of all, when you get around to doing something, you finally do that thing after a long delay. For example, I finally got around to cleaning out the garage last weekend. The kids need to get around to finishing their homework before dinner. Have you gotten around to calling the plumber about the leaky faucet? Next, when you look forward to doing something, you are excited and happy about that upcoming thing. Here are some examples. The classmates always look forward to seeing each other in class. Ralph and Alice are looking forward to going on vacation in the summer. Danny always looks forward to spending time with his family during the holidays. Next one is admit to doing. When you admit to doing something, you accept the blame and take responsibility for doing something wrong. For example, the college student admitted to cheating on the exam. Even though Annie did a great job, she admitted to feeling nervous before her presentation. The kids admitted to breaking the rules and apologized for their behavior. In a similar way, when you confess to doing something, you admit to someone in charge, like a parent or the police, that you did something wrong. Here are some examples of this. The suspect confessed to breaking into the jewelry store when the police showed him the evidence. Pamela confessed to cheating on her boyfriend. Tommy confessed to eating the last piece of cake in the fridge. And you object to doing something, you say that you oppose or are against that thing. For example, these days most people object to smoking in public places. Ben objects to being told what to do by his wife. Everyone in the office objected to working overtime, so the boss had to change his plans. And finally, when you are used to doing something, you have experience doing that, and it doesn't feel new or strange. You can also be accustomed to doing something, which has a more formal sound, but the meaning is the same. For example, I am used to waking up early for work because I've been doing it for over 20 years. Jake is still not used to speaking in public, and he gets nervous every time he has to do it. Olivia moved to New York from London 6 months ago, and she is finally used to driving on the left. Rishi is accustomed to eating spicy food because he grew up in a culture where it's common. Keep in mind, the best way to remember this and any other word or phrase in English is to take that word or phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you or true in your world, and then memorize your sentences. By the way, can you imagine getting the chance to practice this kind of English with me directly? You can get more practice using your English when you join my Podcast Learners Study Group. There you can make new friends. Join us for live group lessons every week where we practice these podcast lessons together. Plus, you get access to the PDF transcript and audio download for every Happy English podcast in the past and in the future. And on top of that, each episode has exercises where you can practice this English point with speaking and writing checked by me. To learn more or to see some of the example sentences from this lesson, just visit myhappyenglish.com and choose Podcast Lesson 724. Remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible, and I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast is brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.